What's going on, good people? Every time, right? Every time, Dane. My boy Dane, right there. What's going on with you, bro?
Living a dream, living a dream. Can ask the producer one favor? Can you switch our spots? Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
That's the way. Yeah, that
All
feels
right.
better.
What's going on, good people? You already know. Welcome to the Fans Perspective show on GFT Radio Network, where we give you the fans' perspective of sports. So, we're gonna hop right into it today. We want to talk about first the big story coming out of the Olympics, and there's a couple stories coming out of the Olympics. That's what I wanted to do. We're going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson first, but there's a lot of subplots I want to talk about Olympics run through real quick as well. So, if y'all haven't heard, Sha'Carri Richardson, she was she dominated the U.S. Olympic trials in the 100 meter easily. I've been a fan of her for a couple years when she broke the college record. When she first signed with Nike or whatever. So unless you've been living under a rock, y'all know she got suspended. 30-day suspension for turning up a positive cannabis test after the Olympic trials. So now it was thoughts of at first she might be back in time to run a 100 relay, but they just announced yesterday or the day before that nope. They didn't pick her to do the 100 relay neither, so she would not be participating at all in the Olympics. So, now I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I want to hear your thoughts on that.
The punishment it's a rule there for a reason. I'm gonna probably piss some people off, but fans' perspective, she knew the rule. She owned up to it. Like a woman, no. She like, sorry y'all, won't be doing it this year. Root for me next year. She also has some words for, it seemed like her fans and her backing was more upset than she was about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her reasoning was that she had dealing with some issues, and
she lost her mother.
And cannabis was her way out, was trying to feel better and cope with it, and she got popped with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rule in place. Follow the rules, and you should be good. But she's like, she owned up to it. She didn't make no excuses, and we should just support her excuse. Support her decision to not fight it. But my one takeaway is that if this woman was high, how do y'all still not beat her?
I'm pretty sure she wasn't high during the race.
But, I don't know. but just move on. Just don't be so upset. Like y'all can't be outraged and try to be more outraged than a person who's being not attacked but dealt with. Like she's dealing with it fairly. Just like she's like, hey, it was a rule. I got popped.
Her first doing her when she appeared, did her little video response. She said immediately, like, I'm not looking for no empathy. I'm not, I know I messed up. I knew what I did was wrong, and I accept full responsibility. And she was like, because next year, technically, because the Olympics was supposed to have been last year.
Right.
The World Championships is 2 years after the Olympics. Technically, the World Championships are next year. Mm-hmm. And she said herself, she was like, I'm just winning the World Championship next year. That's all. Like you said, I totally agree with you. Rules is rules. There she go. Beautiful young lady as well.
I like that color.
Yeah. And it was like she was running on fire. You feel me? I'm just sad because the expectation. She was the first real American, because Jamaica's been dominating. The Jamaican women, Shelly Ann Fraser, and all them women over there, they've been dominating the women's sprints, specifically the 100 meters. So I was looking forward to Sha'Carri going there and competing against them and giving America a chance to actually win. You know, because I had her winning. But
I grew up on track and field.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it. I love this run. I love the track and field. Jackie Joyner Kersey, first woman I can remember, come up top of my head.
Yeah, Jackie Joyner, FloJo.
Oh, FloJo, yes.
Yeah, FloJo was dominant. You talking about, you know, she just qualified herself now. But Marion Jones at one point, you had Alex and Felix. She actually made the Olympic team again this year. She one of the all-time great American track and field sprinters. You know, we still got a lot, and I really want to get. I know he in the background, but he posted something that I had posted a couple days ago too. Gabby Thomas had mentioned, because a lot of black people were upset about the ruling. You know, even the government. I mean, the president even said, you know, I mean, we got to look into testing for cannabis, and is it really worth it? Because a lot of major league sports, NBA for instance, they stopped testing for it for cannabis. So, you know, they said it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's not a performance enhancing drug. So it's a relaxing. Like the NFL needs to cut back on it, because even Calvin Johnson admitted to Megatron, to you people.
Yeah.
Admitted to using weed to cut back on the injuries, meaning to heal from those injuries, those hits he was getting, because he was getting double and triple teamed.
Yeah. But I wanted to mention that Gabby Thomas, she had mentioned, like, it's a shame, you know, I mean, this one particular instance got a lot of people so upset that they're not going to actually watch the Olympics. And she was mentioning, like, there's a lot of other black athletes who work just as hard to get here, and we still should be getting support, which I agree. Y'all already know, a couple weeks ago I mentioned Athene Mo from Trenton, New Jersey, my hometown. Love her here. She's running, I believe, the 800, and she's looking to win a gold medal. I'm watching that. You feel me? I feel some type of way about Sha'Carri too, but I'm watching that. I'm watching the hurdles with Delilah Muhammad. You feel me? I want to see if she could defend her gold medal. And I forget the other young lady name, and I follow her on IG. That's in that race as well. But I want to see Gabby Thomas. I believe she do the 200. You feel me? It's a lot of races I want to see. You feel me? And I want to check out Simone Biles. Everybody that know me know I grew up flipping. I do all that stuff. You know, to this day, I still do flip. So I love gymnastics. So I'm going to watch that. I want to see her. You know, she the goat of it. So do you feel like, I know you mentioned it earlier about all the outrage, but do you feel like people are going a little bit too far with talking about boycotting the Olympics because of Sha'Carri Richardson?
What's there to boycott?
Exactly. That's how I feel.
Because she didn't get unfairly punished.
Yeah.
This was a rule she said that was set in place. That's an archaic rule. Those are two different topics right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Like why are you boycotting something that she done, that she knew that was improper, and she rode with it? She's not saying y'all should boycott because it's unfair. Just because you know her doesn't mean that these other people don't need support either.
Yeah. A couple other people got banned from the Olympics for I think Namibia, two of their women got banned from the Olympics for high testosterone. So you can understand that. It's this one young woman I'm trying to find now. she got banned from the Olympics because she missed the test, but she had just had an abortion, and she said she was still laid up in bed after the abortion. And yeah, I don't know if Willie can find that, for I'm looking for it as well. And yet they still banned her, and she made a big stink about it because she was like, "Y'all got me in front of all these European white men defending myself, and they telling me how, you know what I mean, I should handle this abortion." How you feel about that?
Sorry, I had to mute myself. Yeah, that is something you probably wouldn't want to boycott if you want to boycott the Olympics for. Not for something that was
Brianna McNeal. That's her name, Brianna McNeal.
Yeah. Most people are, just because it's a name, a big star, they put her on this pedestal. So they want to boycott, like, oh, we want to see her in there. Yeah, we do too, but she screwed up.
Yeah.
Basically, this young lady, I don't know. It's just when people do stuff like this, like she had a procedure done medically. Yeah, they going to do some stuff to you while you're, try treatments, whatever, to make you feel better, or to go through whatever procedure you're having done. They should take that into consideration instead of just rushing to buy the rule and decide to book. Everything shouldn't be black and white. There is some gray areas. This is one of those gray areas.
Yeah. It says Brianna McNeal, the 2016 Olympic champion in 100-meter hurdles, who last month qualified for her second U.S. Olympic team, never thought she would tell anyone but her husband and her spiritual advisor about the abortion she had in January 2020. Certainly not World Athletics, the global governing body of track and field, and definitely not the public. So it's like she's facing a double whammy. You know what I mean? Like, her personal information out there, and she's not able to compete in something she worked for her whole life. She said,
don't forget public scrutiny too.
Yeah, and the public scrutiny.
Because abortion, that's a hot topic still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been a hot topic since when? Forever.
Yeah. It says last month, McNeal, 29, she's 29 years old, was suspended. So here's a backstory. It's always a backstory. Was suspended for 5 years for tampering within the results management process and in connection with her missing a doping test 2 days after she had the abortion. McNeal said she was in the bed recovering from the procedure and did not hear the anti-doping official arrive at the front door of her home in Northridge, California. And the court said it will render a detailed decision later. It also added yet another penalty to her ban. McNeal is now disqualified from all events from February 13, 20. Oh, okay, that was from last year. That quote right there. She said, "Right now, I feel excommunicated from the sport itself and stigmatized, and to me, it's unfair." So, do you think, damn, Willie, you on it, brother? You on it? Do you think she using it as an excuse, or she being straight up?
50-50.
50-50. Me too. Me too. Like, I feel like some funny business going on.
I mean, because you're being secretive about your problems. I mean, if I understand trying to keep your personal life personal, but I think if you are straight up with the committee, like,
keep
hey,
that up there, Willie.
I think if you're being straight up with the committee, they might give you some leeway to, like, hey, can you do me a favor? Like, like I'm going through some stuff. Like,
you see what Willie got highlighted though? The 5-year suspension followed a year-long ban McNeal received 4 years ago for missing 3 tests in a 12-month period. In that case, she said she twice forgot to update her whereabouts in a system that track athletes for random testing. On the third occasion, she said she made a mistake entering the time when she would be available. Now, listen, let's say all of that's true, right? Well, at the end of the day, you're demonstrating a lack of professionalism. This is your career. This is what you do. So you know that you have to make these tests. You know you have to let them know everything that's going on. And for you not to be handling that properly, you know what I mean? At some point, that falls on your shoulders as a professional.
I don't feel bad for her negligence. Now, if she just straight up forgot 1, maybe 2 times out of 5 years, that is a big gap. But this many, you dirty. So yeah. I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying it just looks dirty.
It looks dirty.
But like you said, this is your livelihood. If I'm making millions of dollars, or however how much she's making, because everything's different with different sports. However much she's making, I'm making sure I'm clocking in. I'm doing crossing my T's, dotting my I's, making sure me and my family are set. But everybody treats that paycheck differently when you're an athlete. Like Kevin Hart actually said in one of his stand-ups, athletes don't have any respect for money. They spend money. Like he said, he had a party. It was great. We had a fun time. He's like, we're going to do it again. That's when he came up with that stand-up, that skit. The way my bank account is set up. Because they spend money differently.
They spend money differently. Definitely. Well, that's enough for the Olympics right now. Another topic we wanted to hop into has to deal with the NBA Finals, but not the actual game. Actually, have to deal with who's reporting the game and hosting the game. So last year, Rachel Nichols was doing a video conference, I guess, with some co-workers.
It was with LeBron's agent.
Yeah, but what happened was she was on a Zoom with her co-workers, and she thought she logged off the Zoom. It was
right,
and she didn't. So she was actually talking to her. I hate that we got to use LeBron. It's her spokesperson.
Rich Paul and Adam Mandels. Oh God, I want to butcher his name.
Yeah, but to throw LeBron name in it, I think that's just I think the media was just sensationalizing it.
Of course,
because he has nothing to do with it. Just spokespersons, they represent multiple people. So
the funny thing is, people know Rich Paul by now. You can stop putting Rich Paul and LeBron James names together. They know who Rich Paul is now at this point. He has his own name. Rich Paul. Exactly. You can say Rich Paul without saying LeBron's agent.
Actually, really, Rachel Nichols was taken off. She's out. As in, she's out. It's like she can't do the finals no more. She was caught on tape. I wish we had the audio, but she was caught on audio saying, basically, and I'm paraphrasing here, that ESPN wanted to give Maria Taylor a specific position during the NBA Finals, and Rachel Nichols' point of view was, y'all only doing that because y'all have a horrible history of discrimination and representation. So now she said Maria does football and basketball, and she wished her the much success, but she was like, I don't want to be, basically, y'all not going to use me. You feel me? Take my spot away to give it to her. And what a lot of people took that as is her insinuating she only got the job, that Maria Taylor only got that job because of some sort of quota ESPN is trying to reach. You know what I mean? That little diversity thing. I look at it. I want to hear your thoughts on that. What you think about that?
At first, I caught like, man, Rachel Nichols is a hater. First off, then I looked at it, of the whole comment, the whole context of it. She says she does wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you are feeling pressure about your crappy long time record on diversity, I know personally from a feminist side of it, like, go for it. Just find somewhere else. She didn't want Maria to take her spot that she worked hard for.
Yeah.
Which is, I kind of feel her on that. I mean, I worked hard to get to where I'm at. Next thing you know, y'all hire somebody else to come and fill my spot that I created for myself. Y'all create my own little corner, and y'all just gonna push me aside for somebody else. I could see it from that standpoint.
Yeah. At first,
go ahead.
When I first heard it, I heard it as if, like, yo, you know what I mean? I heard it. I took it as a shot towards ESPN, and not necessarily Maria Taylor. You feel me? I'm gonna have a hot take in 2 more seconds. After I'm gonna have a hot take.
Oh, let me get my drink. This is not apple juice. So.
She was basically saying, like, now, I mean, y'all got this piss poor reputation. Now y'all trying to fix y'all reputation, and we could go to, you know, she probably talk about Jamel Hill, the other brother. She used to do the show with Michael. I forget his last name, and all these other black, you know, people they had on there. But I didn't take it as a shot at Maria. I thought she was just saying, if you put anybody in that position, like, listen, I'm all for progress. I'm all for that. But don't do it by sacrificing me, because I worked just as hard to get here. I was listening to another podcast, Joe Button podcast, and one of the brothers on there, he broke it down like this. He said the only reason why people are mad, really, and I'm paraphrasing, is because she said she used the word diversity, and we're talking about a black woman. But he said if that was a white man and she felt the same way, wouldn't nobody say nothing. But he was like, the same rules still apply. Like, at the end of the day, I worked this hard to get here, earned my spot. And y'all want me to give it up, you feel me? Because y'all been trash all these years. Like, to me, that's not fair. My second hot take is, I'm not a fan of neither one of them, Rachel Nichols or Maria Taylor.
Wait, you're not a fan of Scarlett from G.I. Joe?
Yeah, like I'm really not even when I watch The Jump, because that's her. That's like, she has her own show on ESPN. Rachel Nichols, ESPN The Jump. It's a basketball show, so it's not like she's being, you know what I mean, slighted. Like, she got pulled, and she was back on today. You feel me? And Malika Andrews, who I like as a sideline reporter who took her place, like, I support that. Like, I like Malika Andrews. Maria Taylor, I'm not that. I prefer somebody like a Taylor Rooks or even a Doris Burke in that position.
You know who I like in those positions more than Hannah Storm was great.
Yeah.
Love Hannah Storm. Doris
Cheryl
Burke
Miller was too.
Oh, yeah. Doris Burke, she's another good one.
Yes.
And, like, I have no dog in this fight if it was between those two like that. But
yeah. Like, I know people want to make it about race, but, like, I'm just, you feel me? Technically, it's like you could name better. Shoot, it's another one, Elle Duncan. You know, I just named a couple other black women who, you know what I mean, Taylor Rooks, Elle Duncan. Who else could have did that worked for them? Forget the young lady name. She be doing KJZ sometimes, filling in the mornings on ESPN. I can't think of her name right now, but it's quite a few of them. You know, to me, I think this was and especially that it was a year old.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't much ado about nothing, in my opinion.
Ratings.
Yeah, I don't really think she was insinuating that she only got the job because she was black. I think she was saying, you know what I mean, ESPN was just trying to use both of them against each other. You feel me? That's how they do.
But did you hear about what happened after the incident?
What happened?
They said that Rachel Nichols would be out, and paraphrasing, Hiller was told by ESPN execs that she had decided to not finish covering the NBA season.
Yeah.
Because Rachel Nichols had been sideline reporting segments pre-recorded and presented as if she was live, so that she would not interact with Taylor on air.
Yeah, they want. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like ESPN is a race thing, which so I disagree with you on that one. It's just not between those two. It's on ESPN/Disney.
That's my point. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. It ain't between them two. It ain't this situation. It's more ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN/Disney Corporation trying to make up for X amount of years of black diversity in the workplace.
Yeah, lack thereof.
Lack
thereof. You feel me? So, you know, but at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like, you know, I'm not and it ain't just because they're women, because I'm not a fan of Jay Will neither. Jay Williams, he do the halftime show and pregame show for ESPN for the finals. Like I'm not a fan of him neither. I feel like they could find hundreds of people who could do the job better than him. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Maria Taylor or Rachel Nichols. So I like the Malika Andrews that she's doing the sideline reporting now. And that's that.
What's the scoreboard?
Milwaukee down 15 right now. But it's only the third quarter, the beginning of the third quarter. 10 minutes left, 65-50. So it's still a lot of time left. Giannis at the free throw line right now. His Cody's ain't showing up. Like, you know, Chris Middleton. I hate that your boy Kendrick Perkins be calling Chris Middleton the Batman of the team, and like, no, he not. Like, no, he not. He be a no-show on the road too many times.
Suns in 4.
You got the Suns in 4. I still got the Bucks winning. Did you see the picture? Of Jamal Murray? Because with the guy, with the Suns in 4 guy. Yeah, they was at a party and Jamal. And if people don't remember, the Suns in 4, that was them against the Denver Nuggets.
Right.
The Suns in 4 guy beat up a Denver Nuggets fan, and now you got Jamal Murray who played for the Denver Nuggets taking pictures, and it's like, that's not a good look. His teammate Austin Rivers even commented under the picture, because I seen it on IG. He was like, man, that's not a good look, fam. You know what I mean?
It's a fan. Who cares? It's not like he's posing with the team mascot.
Yeah, but
people are too sensitive with this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I can understand. It's like that man was disrespecting y'all. He was disrespecting y'all team. You feel me? And beat up y'all fans, and you sitting here posing with him. So like,
you know what? Personally, I would too. I'm sorry. You took out two of our fans by yourself. Got it on film. Put up Suns in 4, and nothing happens. I want your autograph.
Facts. That's funny. So I got a quick. We ain't got that much time left, but I want to, since we're on the finals, and I mentioned Kendrick Perkins earlier. So Kendrick, and we said we want to do some comparisons, old school, new school. So okay. Kendrick Perkins said Deandre Ayton's is the second coming of David Robinson. What is your opinion on that? I totally disagree.
I don't see it.
Me neither.
David Robinson was a beast. I'm not trying to take away from what's his nuts?
Ayton.
Hey, I'm no, David Robinson was just him and Tim Duncan were made a special tandem.
Yeah. I think people forget how good David Robinson actually was.
Oh, not Willie, you're gonna do a Chris Broussard. You kids don't know how good David Robinson was. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you can't give DeAndre Ayton the ball and be like, go give me 70 to win the scoring title. Yeah,
51 last game.
Yeah, to win the scoring. Like, to be quite honest with you, it's probably only like 2 big men in the league that can do that right now. You know what I mean? And like, he was a different type of beast. Even when he was playing with Tim Duncan, people forget that was after a disastrous knee injury.
Yep.
You feel me? He wasn't the same David Robinson no more. And then he started having the back problems. But he was older. So I think people still got that memory of David Robinson. But that young David Robinson coming in the league, man, he was a monster. He was a monster.
Only person that I could see, no, it's 2 people David Robinson would have fits with: young Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's it.
Nobody else really gave him a problem, really.
Yeah, that's
28, 15, and whatever else he want to give you. 6 assists.
Yeah. And like I don't. He said everything about him, about this young man, but not like, nah. It don't remind you of the Admiral. Admiral was much more, in my opinion, still athletic. Even though DeAndre Ayton athletic, his offensive game was much more. He had a mid-range jump shot, and
he was more polished coming in.
He was left-handed. You feel me? And he was left-handed. A much better defensive player. Now, I mean, David Robinson, one of the best defensive players of his era, quite possibly all time. So
they created a freaking video game for him.
Yeah,
come on.
The only thing that could hold that people hold against him is when he lost to Hakeem, and I'm like, that's Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, how can you hold that against? Like, ain't no shame in that.
But which year? The year they went almost undefeated, like not undefeated, but not the '94 finals.
No, the '95.
Not 94. The 1994 year, nobody was beating the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, nah.
No, nobody was beating the Houston Rockets. 95. If they didn't get Drexler, they wasn't winning a championship that year.
Exactly. Drexler was big, but then he outplayed David in that conference. Yeah. He outplayed the Admiral, and the Admiral held his own though. People forget, but he just got outplayed. He got outplayed and
outshined because the Houston Rockets was a bigger name at that time.
Yeah, I mean, that's Hakeem. You feel me? You seen what he did to Shaq the very next series. He swept Shaq out of there. So, ain't no shame in losing to Hakeem.
Okay. We're not gonna blame all on Shaq. Nick Anderson can make it free throw or two.
That would have won one game. That would have won him one game. You feel me?
But it would have been a sweep. I'm just dang it. And you know what? And Shaq admitted that he didn't take it seriously. They party all week up into the finals. That's their fault right there.
Yeah, that's their fault.
They should have beat Houston. They let Kenny Smith go off. Come on. You let the old point guard step up with each other.
Tar Heel though. He's Tar Heel, so we're gonna show him his proper respect.
As long as it's not Duke, I'm good.
Yeah, you feel me? Get them Tar Heels to respect. You feel me? But anything else you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
One thing I didn't bring up. I forgot to bring up until you mentioned it. Putting asterisks on championships and finals. Like, people, they've been talking about it for years. Like, last year, they should put asterisks on the finals because it was in the bubble. Now they're talking about it this year with the Phoenix Suns because all through the runs of the finals, they've come across injured players or injured teams Chris Paul. They beat up a Lakers who was compromised. Jamal Murray, the second round. Third round, no Kawhi Leonard. And now Giannis is kind of
Giannis to start dominating this game. That 15-point lead is a 7-point lead now. Giannis, after game 1, said, I feel perfectly fine. So he's not making no excuses. As far as them against the Lakers, Chris Paul was hurt. Nah, man, he was hurt. You feel me? He missed even against who they played.
Clippers.
Yeah, no, where he missed a couple of games against the Clippers, right?
Mm-hmm. Because of the protocol, COVID.
Yeah,
protocol.
Exactly. So they had their issues as well. So there's no asterisk. And for people who always want to throw asterisks up there, obviously don't know the history. You feel me? Because there's so many teams that won championships. Nobody talks about the injuries. We could talk about the Chicago Bulls' first championship, to where Magic was hurt. He was playing hurt. James Worthy was hurt. Byron Scott was out. You can go to
that was Lakers.
You can go to the Boston Celtics in '87. You know, I mean, everybody keep talking about the Celtics '86 team. Larry Bird repeatedly said the '87 team was better. We just got hurt going into the finals with Kevin McNeal was at feet and all that. I mean, you can keep going on and on.
I got years for days. Like the '88 Lakers that won that back-to-back championship against a Detroit Pistons team without their captain Isaiah Thomas.
Exactly.
That should be an asterisk, but nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
The '89 Pistons, when they swept the Lakers, Magic was out, Byron Scott was out. That should have been there. Like you said,
2015. We can keep it recent. 2015 Golden State Warriors. Kyrie and K-Love was out. 2016, everybody keep talking. You know, I was rooting for Cleveland. I was happy they won, but people forget Andrew Bogut got hurt. What's the name? Missed the game. Draymond. You feel me? Somebody else was injured. You go back to 2019 when the Raptors won it. The Warriors had so many. KD was hurt. Klay Thompson got hurt. DeMarcus Cousins got hurt. That's 3 starters.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 starters that was hurt. You know, ain't nobody no asterisk. So it's like this is part of the game. Being able to battle through and weather the storm of the regular season. It's the last man standing. Injuries are a part of it.
Exactly. Last man stand is survival. You're surviving to the next round. Next man up.
Exactly. I totally agree. I don't all that asterisk talk, and that's for all sports. Unless you was caught cheating.
You leave the Houston Astros out of this.
Yeah, that's an asterisk.
That's an asterisk right there.
Deflategate might be an asterisk.
Okay, now you're going too far.
What was the White Sox? Then they make a whole documentary about them.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the White Sox? Yeah, it was the White Sox back in the day. Got caught cheating. So, right, unless you get caught cheating, I don't want to hear nothing about no asterisk. You feel me?
Right.
It never should have been no. On certain records, like who had the asterisk? Was it Roger Maris? Or was it who had the asterisk before Barry Bonds broke? They even made a movie about it. I think they played a couple extra games, and that's how Maris got it. Dang it. Then when Babe Ruth, it was an asterisk. They had put an asterisk next to it because I think they played 162, and when Babe Ruth had it was 154 or something like that. 154.
No, stuff like that, like playing extra games. Yeah, give it. Give a notation, not an asterisk.
Exactly.
Like, hey, more games, blah blah blah. We're not taking away from the people that actually played in this time and era.
Facts. All right. Anything else before we up out of here? Excuse me.
I say wait 2 weeks.
All right.
We got something else. congratulations to the Phoenix Suns. I won't say this now before 2 weeks, so I don't say it late. I'll forget about it later. Suns in 4.
Oh man,
Charles Barkley not gonna roll over in his grave when this one. Yeah,
they better hope they win this game. All right, y'all.
It's going 6.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Come back. Oh, we come back next week if you want us to, Willie. Ain't about nothing. Ain't about nothing.
Works all day, every day, buddy.
Yes, sir. So there y'all have it. Me and my good brother Dane. We just gave y'all the fans' perspective.